Hi there. Welcome back to Embody Rise, our 21-day Ascension Support Series. I'm your host, Dawn Del Vecchio, and today is day 15, and this is part 2 of Cosmic Forces. So if you missed part 1, you'll find it in the comment section below, along with a link to a special offer for astrology readings if you would like a soul evolution astrology reading, and which gives you a clue about what yesterday's theme was. Yesterday, we looked at the cosmic forces with relation to our solar system. Today is part 2, and we're going to go big. We're going to go bigger now. We're going to go to the cosmic forces that are influencing and reflective in our solar system, but are in fact beyond them. Okay, so as with yesterday, an invitation for breath, just to drop into the body and to receive this transmission with your multidimensional awareness and not just an intellect or left brain. It also lets me do the same. Okay, so Cosmic Forces Part 2, the cosmos. What's going on in the cosmos? Well, a lot. And just a caveat here, this is not a big astro geek speak at all. These are just some touch points before we go into a guided experience. Okay, so if you are not aware of this, and many of you will be, but if you're not aware of this, our solar system also moves around our galaxy. So we are in the Milky Way galaxy, which is it's like a pinwheel. So it has all these arms and they move around. And so the galaxies are always moving. This is not static in place, just like our planets are always moving. And so our solar system has been moving further and further into something that's been called the photon belt. This is scientific. You look up the photon belt, you can see what it is and kind of how far in we are and all of that. And the photon belt, they were called photons, but more and more of the sort of astrophysicists, scientists are starting to call this energy plasma. And plasma is more what I want to talk about today. Now, this is a caveat. I want to include a caveat. I'm not a scientist at all. I am really here to support you in your soul and your lived experience on earth, capacity to journey with this ascension that we are on. But you can do the research yourself. It's not very hard. So let's talk about plasma for a minute. So plasma is seen by scientists as either the fourth state of water or a state that is non-material state, a pre-form or a pre-matter state. So, when you think about things like the blackness in space, historically in the Newtonian model, that's seen as nothing. It's nothingness, but actually it's information. You can think of this from a spiritual perspective as the Akash or the Akashic records, that all information is contained in what appears to be the nothingness. Just say similar concept with the idea of junk DNA, right? Oh, humans have all this DNA that's just meaningless and junk. Right. Yeah, we got junk. We have things that have been turned off. One way or t'other, for whatever reason, at the highest level, you could say it was our own soul's design. You could say it's Kali Yuga. You could say it's extraterrestrial negative forces from a long ago. Doesn't matter. Stuff was turned off in us that kept us locked into what became a Newtonian model of reality, which is that we have 5 senses and we can only perceive the things that are evident to the 5 senses, the physical form. So it's a narrow bandwidth of perception. This is straight from David Icke. Narrow bandwidth of perception. And we've not been able to perceive the humongous, maybe infinite expressions of frequency. Okay, so plasma. Back to plasma. Plasma is a preformed state, and there are many different sort of, you could say, like sheets of plasma that are flowing cosmically through this photon belt or this plasmic donut that will take, I don't know, several thousand years maybe for our solar system to move through. So what happens is, as we go through these great cycles of time, periodically over thousands and thousands of years through the cycles, the yuga cycles, you could say, the solar system moves through the plasma belt or the photon belt. And when it does, we wake up. We wake up and we rub the dirt, the sand from our eyes, and our bandwidth that was here opens. We become more interdimensional. We become our multidimensional skills come online, and we become less separate and more aware of our divinity. And that, my dear sisters and brothers, is what's been going on here on the planet. Is we are waking up to our multidimensional selves because we're moving through the photon belt, or being, we could say, interpenetrated and continually bathed in plasmic light, which is cosmic information of a higher order and a higher frequency than where we were previously through the Kali Yuga. So what that means is that we are healing a lot of old consciousness stuff and accessing new information. And it is that makes it a very powerful, beautiful time. However, the souls that came to earth at this time, those of us who are awakening, we came to do a lot of heavy lifting. We came to actually be the early vanguard of awakeners in a very dense planet with a very big agenda to keep the consciousness, keep a lid on the consciousness of humanity, keep us shut down, asleep, and in that dense 3D Newtonian, physical narrow bandwidth of consciousness. It's not going to work, but it's a postponement. So we came as warriors of light, as divine loving warriors of light. And one of the things that we want to be able to do is to attune to this plasma, to actually begin to, I'm seeing a dial, like dialing up or up leveling our frequency to be harmonically resonant with these high frequency waves of plasma that are interpenetrating us at all times. This is why, by the way, in some of the other parts of this series, I've talked about connecting with earth and earthing. I've talked about befriending the sun, father, son, because when we connect with earth and sun and go into meditative state where we're frequentially available to be up leveled by the plasma, we've got it. We've got what we need. When we turn off the noise, another one of the more recent transmissions that came through was about the overstimulation, taking a media fast. So again, when we do that and we come into connection, we align with that higher frequency. So plasma, plasmic light, and with that cosmic mother, and I'll talk about that probably in another part in this series, because all fields of plasma seem to be interacting with an originating plasma, which some are calling the cosmic mother plasma, the great mother, the return of the great mother, face of God, if you will, to our consciousness. Because that's, as we dove into the deep levels of separation consciousness, we lost the mother ray, not really ever lost, but from our consciousness. We truncated and separated ourselves from the energies of compassion, mercy, divine birthing, all of that stuff, the birthing energy. More on that another time. Let's go into now this guided meditation. So this is your support tool for the day. And this is attuning our frequency to plasma, to plasmic light, which is information. Okay, so this is a great time to pause this video and get yourself situated for a meditation. Great. And if you can't pause and you want to keep listening right now, you could just listen and go through the meditation at another time. So making yourself comfortable, spine upright, or if you're laying down nice and straight with the spine, take a nice deep breath into the belly, breathing in real big. And as you exhale, gently closing your eyes. Beautiful. And another deep breath in, and now bring that breath into the heart space, expanding your awareness beyond your physical body from the heart on the inhale. And exhaling and spiraling your awareness into the center of your heart. And I mean the heart chakra here. And one more breath in where you're expanding your awareness out and beyond your chest into the field around you. And exhaling back to a focalized point in the heart. Good. Now you can breathe at a pace that works for you as you use your attention and intention to become aware of great fields of plasma flowing through the cosmos. Let your vision expand way out into space, way out beyond our solar system, beyond the planet Pluto, beyond all of the planetary bodies. Notice if you can bring your awareness to many places out in the cosmos. And then feel the way it's possible to recognize the photon belt, the plasmic belt, through which our solar system is journeying. And as you feel and sense and know this photonic light, this plasmic light surrounding all of us here in the solar system, become aware of an even greater expanse, the solar system, beyond the solar system to our galaxy, to our great spiraling Milky Way galaxy. Beautiful. And just feel the way it's possible to simultaneously recognize our seeming physical smallness here in this little corner of the universe being bathed in plasmic light, and yet have the conscious expansion of being able to sense and know the entire Milky Way. Yes, you are both. You are that. Unlimited awareness, expanded beyond potentially imagined possibilities, and yet having a highly focalized experience in a body, on a planet, in a solar system, in a galaxy, journeying through a great donut of cosmic light. And having given yourself this expanded state of awareness, you can now perceive more finely the walls and waves of plasmic light interpenetrating and bathing our entire solar system. See that now. Waves upon waves coming and going in all directions, bathing, upgrading, informing all of life within our solar system. Beautiful. Now, from this expanded awareness, come closer in or around your physical form so that you're closer now to the body-mind vehicle, your avatar for this experience, this awakening journey, this ascension. Good. And now as you tune into your own energy field, your own frequency, your own sense of self, notice those waves of plasmic light bathing and interpenetrating your energy body layers and your body-mind vehicle. And just take a moment to allow yourself to be bathed in this beautiful, loving, high frequency light. Feel the waves upon waves as you breathe and receive and allow the flow of this cosmic plasma to literally upgrade your consciousness and your frequency. And you may notice the way things that once felt heavy or stuck are beginning to loosen and dislodge. You may feel this, you may see this in your mind's eye, or simply know that there is relief and release coming as you allow and surrender to the plasmic light that is upgrading you. These are the waves of ascension. Feel the way your frequency rises and the way the strength of the stronger frequency, the plasmic light, is attuning you as tuning fork to the higher frequency. That's right. Good. And as you feel yourself coming into that beautiful harmonic resonance with the plasmic light, bathing our solar system here in the cosmos, here with your body-mind vehicle, take a deep breath to seal this connection. Exhaling to know you can always, with a breath, come back into harmonic resonance with these massive, potent waves of ascension light. Beautiful. And on your next breath, come into awareness of your sacred heart. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for today's transmission. I look forward to speaking with you again tomorrow. May this meditation and the power of this ascension serve you and bless you always and in all ways. Thank you. Oh, and if you found any value in this, please, I'd appreciate a share, a like, a comment. Thank you. Mwah. Bye for now.